That's one thing we always talk about. So I think it's more about for us to make sure we always connect with women and then not just empower them and then it's more uplifting. It's more girls through education. It's really needed in community these days. Education sense, it doesn't mean it's just academic. It's the emotional side of it. It's the trauma. How do you identify that? It could be any trauma. There are so many names to it. There's so many meanings to it. Trauma is not just because somebody went through an accident or maybe violence. There are other things that happens, and it is still not many people. They just try to just suppress it. The emotions are suppressed. People are not actually talking about it. This is the platform we decided to do. This is not to talk about like what is your goal that you're going to achieve in career. How is your emotion going to help you to build that career? How do you come out of it? How do you teach your kids? How do you identify that at the younger age? Doesn't matter what our situation is. We always try to turn that thing off. Or we don't want to know how the other person is feeling because I need to deal with myself. So we get engaged so much and we forget. Or there's a little child watching us and they come actually trying to become one of us. Like they just are a reflection. So this is where we sort of, it's just that equality to every woman can rise and empower others. And our vision, where every woman rises with confidence and thrives. It's a transforming families. It's not just there to, we have so many places where people do the same. We talk about it, but is there an action? Is there actually measurable action that's taken? Like this is the reason why we are here. It's not just purpose because we want to have our names out there. It's not about me and Bisme. It's about all the women who are connecting with us. How can we help each other? How can we support other women who are actually there working hard day on and they're isolated. They're doing it all alone. How can we connect with them? So our promise is to operate with integrity and inclusivity and a deep commitment to the ethical support of every women and we serve. So that's us and our mission. And I'll hand over to Bismi to talk about our
Yeah,
pillars.
so we have three pillars that we are concentrating mainly this year with our She Rise Foundation, and then every year we will change with more concentration. But this year, the number one pillar is wealth. We know that without wealth, we can't really do much in this world, and that's why we are actually helping people, especially women, how we can master the financial literacy, how we can do investment basics, and then how we can give them that business mindset. So I know that people here are already doing small business, but again, at the same time, if you are a single mother like me, how we can start, or if you are working as a full time, what are the basics that you need to know to invest in properly? So what we are doing next month, we are bringing some financial experts to give you basic investment conversation and then financial health check whether you are ready for any investment. So we will be bringing at least two workshops every month. We do not worry for the numbers because we will be uploading the sessions in our Shira's hub in our Facebook page anyway. But if we have here in real person, you will get the wealth of knowledge and then your questions answered from the experts joining from the globe. So the next pillar that we are looking forward is to really figuring out the wellness of our mind, body, and spirit. That's where we need to make sure that we have a mental health support for everybody. We have some boundary settings in your personal life, professional lives, and in the social circles. And what are the self-care practices? And then we do have a bit of like a health check exercise happening for our International Women's Day, where we put a scanning and then figure out whether that's happening in your health area. The third pillar that we just mentioned is confidence, finding your voice and the leadership, and that's where today's session coming up. So here we figure out what exactly we need to do for public speaking, leadership, and negotiation skills. But today, I would say it's like a step zero. Where is your inner voice? What is happening in your inner narrative? And that's what we are going to talk about today. So, before I welcome our guest, can we change our
Yeah,
screen, and then let me talk about our
yeah.
guest.
Let
And
me talk.
mhm.
I'll just share the screen. 1 second. Stop share.
So what we're going to do today is it's about our third pillar, more on that public speaking and then leadership skills. So if you start with in the share mode, yeah. Um, so let me talk about my mentor. So I'm so fortunate to have Elizabeth in my life years ago. I would be really grateful to my friend who actually connected with me. And then that collaboration started and helped me to figure out what's wrong with my life because lots of stuff happened, lots of things I just packed up in my pocket to continue with my journey with my three boys. I didn't really go ahead what is happening within myself. But the sessions with Elizabeth is actually helping still now to unmute one by one. I would always say it's like an onion layer. I take one layer out, the next one come up. But it's like constant conversations with Elizabeth and the very special way of connecting and coaching from her. I still do remember after a couple of sessions, I asked her, "Are you really coaching me? I don't understand what you're doing," because she was simply talking and then pushing me to find out which area I missed or which area of my lifeline I have to rewrite. So the connection with the years, more than 5 years, is actually helping me to be my best version, and that's why I'm continuing my connections with Elizabeth. Elizabeth is the current co-founder and chief trainer of a Smart Inspiration UAE trainer. She actually started her life in Gulf countries and started as a little girl over there and had different lives in palaces and then moved to aviation industry. So she loved to go around to the airports and in different industries and did magic in many of these Gulf country airline businesses. And then she, by profession, is a journalist, and she still do a column in the Times over there in Gulf. But she, with her journalism, she had the opportunity to go with the global leaders and then get their columns in and then write for them and then giving the voice for those people. The powerful way of narrating the stories and the news in different magazines took her into the different level. I would say the co-founder of Dr. Mohammed actually picked up this wonderful brain to start the Smart Inspiration UAE Training Center in Dubai. And this training center is helping everybody to figure out what exactly going on in their mind, body, and spirit, but at the same time looking through their genetics. So I am so blessed and excited to invite Elizabeth, giving her time on her holiday time, giving this 2 hours for us to share what is your inner narrative. So everybody, I would say, in this world should understand our inner narrative. And that's why if you were in our email list, we actually send a pre-survey to figure out what's your inner narrative questions that you already have. And we will be sending a post-survey worksheet so that you can see what is this session is helping you to unhide your inner narrative. So over to you, Elizabeth, and then stage is yours. So we can change the screens as per your request.
Yeah.
Over to you. Thank you.
So the first screen, please.
Yeah.
All right. So when we look at inner narrative, what does it mean to you? What does it mean to you? This is what I want you to think for a moment and put it down somewhere. And the next screen will help you to understand what you have to look at. Next screen, Kamala.
Yeah.
So you'll have to look at where your trigger is or where is your emotion from this list and tell me, when you consider your inner narration, where is it coming from? I'll give you like 7 minutes to give an answer. And when you're finished, maybe you can just put it in the chat, you're done. And Kamla can take over from there.
Do you want me to stay on that other slide? This one?
Yeah, stay
You
on
want me to?
this. Yes.
Yes, stay here. Okay.
Please
So
let
if you
them give
didn't
their
have
answers.
that pre-session survey, I actually added in the chat. You can open that as well. But for the next 5 to 6 minutes, it's more of like thinking what is our inner narration about us at the moment, right, Elizabeth?
Yes, and I need some answers where I can talk from there.
Okay,
We
thank you.
don't need the names of the people, we just need the answers.
Sure. So Elizabeth, they're asking what should be the example, one of the inner narration. Is it like I'm tired or I'm resilient
Anything,
or
anything,
okay.
anything.
What do I feel
From,
about me, right?
yes, yeah, whatever, it's okay. We will, it will come either within this chart or outside the chart. Right. Do we have some answers?
I'm just putting in there like, I'm a warrior, I'm a winner, or sometimes I can't make this, that type of mindset. But
Yeah, so
personally,
I
I will
can't,
say that mhm,
I can't
it's in the chat.
see it. It's in the chat, okay.
Mhm. I'm asking questions, so I think people are thinking about it. And
I
if
can't see
anybody's
that. Bismi, I can't see it on the chat. I think I'm on the private chat.
Yeah, if you
you need
click
to
on everyone.
click on everyone, yes.
Yeah.
I can read for you, Elizabeth. So one comment is I feel conflicted, work or business. I feel abundant in thoughts, but restricted in my means and in
Let's
translation.
go to the first one. I feel conflicted.
Yeah. So conflicted that whether I need to do business or work. So that's the conflict.
Okay, so I feel conflicted is because your mind is not on what you're doing. Your mind is on different things. So let's go to this first part, like when you are eating food, eat food. When you are working, work. When you are doing business, do business. All right?
Yeah.
When we start moving out of the zone of operation, then it is a conflict. So, when can we think everything together? You should have a me time where you will think, okay, where's my business going now? Now, when you ask the question, where's my business going now? Make sure it's coming from a reservoir of abundance rather than a reservoir of lack. You will get no answers if it is lack, because suddenly fear and flight will start to come in and start to stop you. but from an abundance, knowing that you have the Most High God as your creator. So, where is it coming from? Think of you're shopping in a luxury store and you can choose anything because you have all the resources to pay for it. When you think like that, then your thought of work starts to put you on a path towards your achievement. All right. Work also is, why is work, is it a good place for you? That's where it should come from. Not I'm just going to work every day and because I need to get a salary. No. What's the good place about work? That's first. That's another nervous system should think that. Now all this, the nervous system will not be able to think if you're coming from a thought of lack. A thought of lack will not allow us to think, and here we are putting pressure on the nervous system. So after this class is over, I'll be sending some nervous system reset sound frequencies to Miss Bismi, and she'll be sharing it with you. Before you start anything any day, you must put the reset first. Nervous system reset. Do you know that for many years we wouldn't have looked at our inner self? And so when conflict is going to be there, that means there are many things that we hid, we put it under the carpet, and now it's coming on surface. So we cannot think work or we cannot think business. Next, why always no success in my life? Now, even there, if we look at it, there is nothing called no success. Then the narration, if it is no success, then therefore it will be no success. Then, is it more of what I do? What do I think about myself? Like I'm a warrior, I'm a winner? No. I'm the creation of the Most High God. I have the whole universe to myself. When we start thinking like that, our inner nerves, etc., cells start to work. I want to be a leader, but others are not seeing that. It's not about others seeing it. Are you seeing it? I want to tell you something. I started working from a very little age as a teenager, perhaps 19, but I started top down. I didn't climb any ladder because I saw myself as a leader. And I learned it by myself. I did not allow people to teach me. I allowed to see myself as a leader by going through sessions and watching people talk and watching elders speak at and wise men speak at different events. I started to evaluate who am I. So first inner voice to decide who we are is who am I. So if I look at this chart, hurt or pain, first we should not talk from that point. This hurt or pain needs to be sorted out. And this is with sound frequency, which I will send to Bismi after the event. Abundance is also a sound frequency. And unless we think abundant, we cannot be abundant. Lack is a sound frequency because from our circumstances we work. Therefore, nothing will happen right. Creativity can never happen if our energy centers in the body are all blocked. So, we have 7 energy centers which runs along the spinal cord. And the one at the root of the spinal cord is called the root energy center. If that is blocked, then the next one will not come. All right, so the next energy center is the creativity energy center. So it cannot work with you if you're fully blocked on safety, security. The first energy center is safety, security. Comparison. I say never compare. We all are individually made. We all have a personality by ourselves. Nobody can be compared to us. So let's start building what's our inner potential. Lack of self-love. Let's simply love ourselves. How? Again, a frequency will be given on that. Self-love, From self-love, if you talk any of the points that you want on your life, it will start to show up because so much of love you're giving yourself, so therefore it will show up. Next slide, please.
Yep. Once again.
All right, why and how is the inner narration determined? Now, this is something that very few people have spoken about, but I have written and I have not only worked on it, I have been trained on it, and I'm still working on adults and children with this training called the genetic behavior. You must know your inner narration did not start with you. It started with your mom, your dad, your grandparents, etc. So when we are born generation after generation, if we do not watch what is negative and take it out or work with it and clean our inner narration, then it will still be the same as our grandparents, great grandparents, moms, dads, etc. And that exactly is our behavior. The behavior starts from the time you're in the womb of your mother. So whatever she went through during the 9.5 weeks to 19.5 weeks when the brain was being formed is your behavior. So don't go too much into my behavior. Let's go into how can I move it out and be the potential that I am. Next slide, please. All right. So as I said, genetic behavior, it can be done in three ways. So one is before a child gets married from a very small age, if you can nurture the child with a good trainer who can work on the behavior of the person, this will work well for the benefit and the growth of the child from a child to a teenager to an adult. Foundational patterns is where parents feel that it's wrong, let's move from that. Okay, do not say our culture says. Our culture doesn't say anything. Our culture teaches us to groom ourselves, but we want to put some blame on somebody. It won't work. And early in life, as early as possible, go to self growth. You see, today's children are doing yoga from a very early age. Today's children clean homes. In Japan, how do they teach foundational patterns? You have to clean your own home, you have to clean your own washroom. There are no maids there. This is where discipline starts. You need to start doing things yourself. Leave the maid out for some time. Okay, it's you, maybe you need a maid, but that is not, the maid will do everything. Then how will your system learn? So first, do things yourselves. Parents, you need to talk to your children and you need to give them chores to do. My mother used to say, my mother was a medical doctor in the Palace of Quest. She used to say she used to do all the chores and then go to medical school. And then in those days, she didn't have light in the home, so she used to work with kerosene lamp. Where are we missing all that? Nothing. We are not missing anything. We don't know how to do it because we are living in an artificial world. So let's touch the ground every day, okay? So a very simple exercise I can give you is grounding. Walking on grass, sitting on grass. Australia has got lots of gardens and parks. Just sit against a tree so that this energy center which I spoke about will be all set right by earthing. That's called earthing. The bark of the tree will take off all our emotions and set it right. When we sit down, our pelvic region gets healed. Sitting on the grass is very essential. Hugging the tree with the heart on it is very essential. This simple steps opens our system. Taking a salt bath. I've seen most of the examples here have got many things to ask, like, uh, you know, uh, am I a warrior? Am I a winner? Simply get grounded, then you will know who you are. Conflict simply says that your thought is not clear yet. Sit down on the grass, read a book, relax. Okay? Social media posts, some people have written about social media posts is demotivating. I'll tell you, you be your own post. Don't go into somebody's life, because when you go into somebody's life, you're taking their sanskar as well. You're going into their sanskar. No need. Let's first polish our own life. If I was going to do all what is written here, at some point I was all that. But I jumped out of all that, because then I can't live my life. Simple question that you'll ask yourself: what is my purpose in life? So all this, what is written down, will be negated. What is my purpose in life? Not what does the world want from me. Let's not go there. What is my purpose in life? Now let's go to the next slide, Komal.
Yeah.
Okay, so the science I spoke about is Rockamer genetic behavior analysis. We in UAE, we actually do the fingerprint, and then we do an algorithm, get a report, and we know we, where the person is having an issue, because the other side of the behavior also is generated. So if you feel angry, then don't blame yourself. It's a genetic pattern. So check, where is your anxiety. So if you're flying down from Australia to UAE, you can meet with me to understand this better. But here, let me just explain what it says. The report will say all about your skills and all about your faculties, as well as all about your HR ladder. If you're an adult, and if you're a child, it will tell about the possibilities of where you can make a difference in your own life. But it will also have a page where it will talk about your other side of the behavior: anger, bitterness, worry, depression, etc. And this is today, as you know, a very important factor. You know, sometimes it's too late and we can't do much. So let's not go to the too late. Let's go to being sorted early in life. And this is very important, because, we come from very different backgrounds and we never thought these things were important, but it is important. So simply start with grounding, so we know where our mind is going. We have a reset of our mind with grounding. Start talking to yourself positively. Now your nervous system starts to agree with you. Do not be the voice of anyone except yourself. Again, purpose in life. I saw one of the questions, purpose in life. This, if you're doing the RGB analysis, it will show what are your areas where you can work on. But any individual without RGB analysis itself, simply sit with yourself and understand your purpose. Ask yourself, your subconscious will talk, your unconscious will talk, and then write it down and see what is it that is actually reflecting with your consciousness, and that's your purpose in life. So where are we missing today? We don't know how to sit with ourselves. Sitting with ourselves is very important. It's a key factor. We are too busy being busy mothers doing nothing, busy dads doing nothing, busy children doing nothing. If I say any other way, it will be wrong. Because actually, we're just running away from life. So let's not go there. Next slide, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you are going to go for RGB analysis, it will take the inner narration, it will be more clear to you, because all what is showing as ability, it will move into capability. But I say, even without RGB analysis, start with grounding yourself, talking to yourself. Use the sound frequencies which I will give so your nervous system will be reset. Because when we have not taken care of our nervous system, we cannot take care of any more challenges. Next. Now, we all have, we all have 9 multiple intelligence. In RGB analysis, it will show where these intelligences are. But I want you, the audience today, both in Melbourne and UAE and India, to look at this chart and see where you are. I'm going to explain what it means. Auditory emotion means you're hearing, and emotional means where you are in your EQ. All right? Visual spatial is how much do you see and how far can you see? What's your 3D view? Logical scientific means you need to always activate your logical thought of any matter and scientific thought and push back on the emotional. Intrapersonal, how much do you work with yourself? Interpersonal, how much can you work with others? Now, here, intrapersonal, we all have to cultivate this habit. Kitty parties, let us throw it out for some time. Thank you, kitty party. You're there, you're receiving somebody's notes, somebody's sound, somebody's relationship. What about your own? Just as you love to do kitty parties, let's do more of intrapersonal sessions, meditation sessions, looking after ourselves, sound frequencies, grounding, and wake up our inner voice. Once our inner voice is ready, then we can start interacting with people. Interpersonal will never be nice or effective if our intrapersonal is not working. And if our intrapersonal is not working and our interpersonal doesn't sound good to people, then it becomes a question mark on our behavior. Similarly, when we look at linguistic is not just how much you know about language, it's the right word in the right place. It is what's the tone of your language, what's the tone of your voice, and it is also how rude you can be and how rude you cannot be. It's a learning style. If you want, I can do sessions on the multiple intelligence separately, each intelligence separately. Then you have the kinesthetic intelligence. Is what is your motor skills? People say, I go to office and I come back home and I didn't go to the kitchen and start cooking. Women say that. Or even today there's no cooking, they just go for a kitty party. The maid will cook. Don't do that. Don't ever do that. You come home, throw your bag, go for a walk. Go sit on grass, go walk on the grass without your footwear. Come back home, see what the kids are doing, have some laughing time with them. Okay, parents, let's be friends with the kids. Okay, our parenting is not working, so let's be friends with them. Children, they are little souls and they're truthful souls. Let's be very matter of fact on that. They are truthful souls. So they are not the ones who is wrong. Our genetic behavior is causing them to be tuning this way or that way. So let's tune them rightly. And any kid knows how to trigger his parent. Okay, so let's have another narration so that the kid starts to feel, it's very curious. Let me learn more from my mom. Let me learn more from my dad. Motor skills are important. You need to have a sport, preferably basketball or tennis or swimming. You need to have a sport where you're in your own zone every day. Existential means thinking beyond and beyond, and that's what social media has done today. Made people to go beyond and make them so powerful when their system is not ready, and that makes the shock. All right. Now I want to go to the next slide.
Oh, that was the last one. Okay.
Yeah, okay. So any questions I will take now?
Yeah.
I think, Elizabeth, it will be good if you can explain a little bit about that multiple intelligence, and then how we here in Australia bring that in our life. I know that, Asha is a wellness coach, Janelle is a designer, and as I mentioned, and she is doing different things, and then creativity is there for Angie and Anila, are doing so. I'm not sure about you, Purnima and Shivani. So it's because it's a small group. I would love to, bring a bit more about our multiple intelligence and how we can
Yes.
actually like a knock on it and do something better. Yeah.
Yeah, so our very significant multiple intelligence is our intrapersonal skill. We need
Mhm.
to have an inner voice, not what the husband says, the mother in law says, or father in law says, or my son says this, and then I get triggered because he says it. You get triggered because you didn't heal yourself. So, intrapersonal is to sit down with yourself, look at where you are in your self healing, self love. Where are you? Self love, people find it hard because people think this is some sort of gimmick. No. Unless you love yourself, you cannot love anyone. So make yourself lovable. Go out with yourself. Sit down with yourself. Read self love books. Yes, it's not, somebody said it's a strategy. Yes, it's not a luxury. I totally agree with that. I do that. I do that. My favorite sport is many things, but I do that. I sit down with myself. Like today, it's Sunday because tomorrow, from Monday to Saturday, I'm full. So I do a lot of self-talk. I do a lot of silence. A very important factor, silence. Half a day, 3 hours, 1 hour, 10 minutes, whatever you want. Silence is needed for the well-being of your nervous system. So in these parks and gardens where nobody goes, why don't you go and just sit there and be silent? You have your WhatsApp with you, you have your papers with you. Just write on your WhatsApp, on your own WhatsApp, comment on yourself, and then change your narration when yourself says, no, you're not like that. Listen to your subconscious because you fed your subconscious. Now, when you start to listen and write down what your subconscious is saying, and start deleting what it's not, and the new thoughts you put in there, now the subconscious will wire the conscious. Therefore, the brain has something good to work for you. Don't be carried away, okay? Don't be carried away by seeing this movie and that movie, etc. But there's another interpersonal thing that I do, intrapersonal. If I find that a situation is difficult, it's challenging, and I don't have an answer at the moment, I'll go watch a movie in a language that I can't understand. What am I doing? I'm taking my energy out of the zone which is troubling me. And that's very good because you don't give energy to the trouble and don't create another trouble. Go get out of it. Watch a movie. And the brain will be ready to learn the other language and it forgot about what was really stressing you out. Remember, this amygdala has got limits, and you create it or you don't create those limits. They say MS, they say autoimmune illnesses. It's created by you, it's not created by anyone else. So when we don't live our grandfather's life or grandmother's life or mother's life or dad's life, but we start living our life, then this autoimmune starts to get better and better and better. Amygdala gets better, autoimmune will not be there. It will not start triggering. Autoimmune sickness or MS is simply you have triggered more than enough your nervous system out of it. A very important factor for all this to operate, your multiple intelligence to work well, is your food. So, what do I eat? What do I drink? Sodas? The latest rule in the schools of UAE, no sodas, no fried chicken, no this, no that. But we have been practicing all that in our center for more than 6 years. Don't get carried away by what the ad says out there. Ask your intelligence, what do I need today? Ask your body, what do I eat today? Which color do I eat today? So I'm going to talk a little bit about colors. So if you feel that you are always not sure of yourself, or uh, not clear of yourself, or you have financially you're not sure, safety security issue is there, then a red fruit or vegetable is your food. If you feel my creativity is not up to the mark, wear an orange color outfit or have any orange color on you and eat some orange food. If you feel my willpower is not working, yellow is your color. You can wear yellow that day. You can eat yellow that day. You can decide. 7 colors, 7 days a week. All your energy systems will work. If it's green, then green food. But when I say vegetables, I prefer that it is steam cooked, and then you can do anything with it. But steam cooked will actually keep the nutrients well. What about if it's blue? If it's blue, then it's water. Your water content is not right. Also, it means your communication is not working correctly. So get your water content right. Your communication will never work if your anxiety is not put to sleep. How will anxiety be put to sleep? As I said earlier, your grounding, time with yourself, reading a book, salt bath. Okay, so when I say salt bath, what does it mean? There are two ways of keeping salt, very important ingredient, keeping your body, soul, and spirit right, and keeping your nervous system right. If you can just take some coarse salt and put it under your feet, even when you're sitting for work, under your feet, and work. Maybe you have a day where you are working remote, so work from home, but put the salt under your feet, just salt without water, and work, and you will feel so good after a few minutes because 7,000 neurons are opened up because of that. Daily salt bath is a very essential thing. So when I give you the sound frequency, when you listen to it and the nervous system is being reset, after that, if you can take salt bath, that will help you to regain your body's strength, energy, and even insight. Why? Salt removes all those energies around us, within us, and all the many, many, many things that people and aura bring to our life. Also, the electromagnetic energy will be neutralized with salt. All right? So why do I say after you listen to the sound frequency, do salt bath? When you do the sound frequency, what happens? The energies inside start to come to the surface of the skin. And therefore, it's important that after the salt bath, after the energies are come to the surface of the skin, then you do salt bath. At the end of the day also, it's very important to have a salt bath because during the process of the day, you would have met a lot of people or your own energies would have come out in some way or the other. All right. All these strategies and nuggets are very important for you to even think of yourself as a leader. Forget about training leadership. First, think as a leader. This is your inner narration. A lot of inner work has to be done. So we talked about intrapersonal. How do we work on ourselves? And if you're interpersonal, so once you worked on yourself and you're all this package put together with all your strategies working in you, now you're ready to be interpersonal. Now, when you're talking, people will start requiring you in their life. People will want to know more about how you can help them. So you're talking with a purpose. All right, even in the workplace, it will shift, the energies will shift. After interpersonal, so when intrapersonal and interpersonal are good, that means your communication has come to a good point. Intrapersonal, interpersonal will be good further with food, your meal plans being redone, and your exercises being taken seriously, your self time being taken seriously. Now you'll know, okay, I think I have this gift as well, this gift as well. When I do courses, when I put up the courses for an authority to look at it and approve before I take the course, I just look outside and I'll ask myself, what next? And an idea will come, and I make it into a course, and it will happen. To build the idea, you need a very strong prefrontal lobe, a very strong brain. And the brain will work on gut liver brain axis, which means what you eat and what digests, and the well-being of the liver will send the results to the brain, and then you can work well. The brain is always tired because you are thinking so many things and not putting a solution there. Then it will not make you happy. You have to think one thing and give a solution or work on a solution with the brain. The whole body needs to participate in your well-being because we have so many nerves and cells in our body, and they all are meant to work with us. But we work from here. It doesn't work. It keeps us then stressed. So let's work with our whole body. So the well-being of your energy centers, the well-being of your inner narration, the well-being of your intrapersonal and interpersonal depends on one factor: who am I? And defines with the food and exercise that you have and your self time. I didn't say anywhere social media here. You create your social media of wealth through health. Money is an energy. Money will never happen if your energy is on low vibration. All right? There are, when students come for class, it takes me time to reach them to a point where their energy starts to flow. Why? It looks nice to smile to the world, but if you cannot smile at yourself and to yourself, then you're in trouble. And don't go there. Don't go to that point where your cells can't receive help anymore. Do you know if the food needs to be digested, your nervous system has to be happy. We tell mothers, be very ready for this, for your pregnancy, and be very happy because the baby needs food. And if your emotional setup is not right and you're always not sure about anything, then undigested food will go to the child in the womb. So the same thing happens to us, even in our daily life. If we're always not sure about our workplace or very fearful of the workplace, we have to work on ourselves. It may not be the workplace. It may be our underneath vibrations which have come from the past, from our generations, and now we are not ready to face what is in front of us. Any questions? I'm ready to take.
So I will check with this one, Elizabeth. How can we learn to transition from emotional logical reaction to a grounded logical emotional balance?
Right. So to move from IQ to EQ is a very important step.
Mhm.
IQ was important in the industrial revolution. You go to work, you come back because you have to earn, you have to feed a family, etc. So that time EQ was not taken care of. Today you go grounding,
Mhm.
you eat what the body wants, not the hype food or processed food, but the real food. Even simple glass of water with lemon in it can be very relaxing and ground you. And then you do some thinking, you bless yourself. I'm grateful for today. I'm grateful for what I have. Gratefulness immediately raises the vibration. With gratefulness, our EQ goes up, emotional quotient.
Mhm.
And when people ask you any question, think from the logical point. What
Mhm.
is the answer? Not how or why. Don't go to the how or why, because you can go into a panic mode and you can go to a freeze and flight mode
Mhm.
because you don't know the answers. So if someone asks you something, can you do it? So you'll say, you have to ask them, in how much time do you need it? And then you can tell them, I can do this much. Maybe after that I'll come to you. Be very practical in what you're talking. Do not have to usurp yourself to, I know everything. No, we don't know everything. Nobody knows everything. Face the situation logically and
Mhm.
do not try too much to avoid situations because it is still being recorded in your subconscious. The more you avoid, you're creating fear. So find a way to face the situation. And that only you can do. So challenge yourself every day to do something that I may not be sure, but let me try it. Let me try it. Let me try it. This way, your EQ goes up, your nervous system is balanced,
Mhm.
and you can do well in life. When I say logical, emotional, give logical answers first.
Mhm.
Don't go to, oh, he's talking about it. Don't take anything personally. No, he's talking about it. No, no, no. So what? What's the real question? He asked me, can I do it? The answer is yes or no. Or give him how much you can do it. Even in the workplace, the boss says, I need this now. You can say, this
Mhm.
involves so much of work. So can I give it when in so much in 15 minutes or 20 minutes, and I may have to come back to you, sir or ma'am. I have to come back to you for more answers. Open and interactive conversation.
Okay,
All right.
great. Another one, you mentioned about genetic behavior. Can you help us to understand how our emotional wiring affect our daily interactions and intrapersonal, I mean, decision making? So, how the emotional wiring affects our daily interactions and decision making?
You see, genetic behavior will tell, on page 17, it will tell us about anger, resentment, bitterness, depression, etc., worry, complaining. With all that, how we will do daily decisions if it is all 10 out of 12? We can't do anything. So we need to first get our emotional side, the other side of the behavior in order, and
Mhm.
that is food and exercise. Food, exercise, very important. And the next question is,
Okay, so the next one is you mentioned about mastering multidisciplinary skills, gaining insight
yes.
into storytelling and intrapersonal communication. What can be the things that we can do in a daily life?
See, every day you need to have time for your meditation and grounding.
Mhm.
Write any story, create any story. Writing is important. Daily keeping a journal is important. What happens? It downloads all the stress. Number one. Second, you feel irritated about something. Write and tear. And this irritation, suppose it's distracting your daily work, simply write and tear. Keep your brain free to focus. You cannot focus if so many things are coming in the way. It may be family issues, it may be your own ego, it may be husband issues, it may be wife issues, I don't know. Whatever it is, move it out. It may be simple children tantrums. Move it out of the way by writing and tearing. Right now, I don't need it, so I'm tearing it off. This way, you've distracted. You've caused the distractions to move out. Now the brain can focus. Next.
So, can you briefly explain how these behavioral principles that you mentioned can apply to child development and behavior for parents like us and educators?
Yeah, so first of all, parents like this, they like this thing to say, oh, he did it like this, he did it like. Please understand, you are the parent, it came from you. First go there and then think, how can I do it differently? He did this, okay. So instead of bringing it out like you did this and why are you like this, make it like a play for the child. Let the child explore how to do things differently. I'm sincerely saying, first of all, mothers, please cook food and you feed your child. When you cook food, your energy needs to be right. So if you're not in a good energy, you please put your energy right by all what I said. The meditation, listening, frequency, bath, exercise, and your self time. And then you cook food with your blessings in the food. And then you feed your child. When you feed your child daily with your blessings, his character will start changing. Unless you are not, your anxieties are very high. Be very conscious that you are a being first, a person, a human being like anyone else. So I have to clean myself inside out before I enter the kitchen. And whoever makes the food for the child or adult or the family must be putting the energy into that food. So when children are being not tolerant, etc., say, okay, my intolerance went to that child. Now let me feed him good food and good blessings. And the child will start to operate in that way. A simple prayer over your child as you're feeding him. You feed your child. Nanny is meant to help you, not to be the mother of the house or the father of the house. Okay, this word nanny is misused so much. So we have to, let's be ourselves. Okay, next question.
How does one form and sustain a routine, meditation or listen to frequency
Yes,
or
that is,
bath,
see,
etc.?
it's very hard in the beginning, but if you have a habit of sipping water and putting a timetable and doing all what is said today for 60 days, it will build in your system. Sound is the best way to reset the nervous system. So I have to give you sound. Also, there's a question here from
Yeah.
Asha Putra.
Yeah. With respect to addictions in terms of food, how does one quit from a bad food? It's a good
Simply
question, Asha.
addiction does not depend. Addiction simply means that it's going into a comfort zone in that way. Whether it's alcohol, whether it is vaping, whatever it is, it's a comfort. It found comfort there. So find what is this thought which wants to find comfort and deal with that thought. Sometimes it is stressful for adult children to go to their parents or to visit their parents. So after that, they will have a nice candy or something because to take the stress out. But why is it stressful to go to the parent? Let's go there. Let's hit that out. Then someone also said about, so routine, we have to create it. It will not happen over time if we have a very resistant system. So let's start with one step: grounding, sitting on the grass. Allow earthing and grounding to build our nervous system so we will get easier to do work. We cannot take care of ourselves without grounding. We can never take care of ourselves without grounding. Never, never. If people in the UAE, the leadership are doing a lot for both expatriates and the nationals, it's only because they're very grounded. If a workplace is very fantastic, it's because the owners are very grounded. Even your space energy matters. It depends who's coming to your home and talking what. So always be careful about your environment and also your own family members. Maybe they're just talking, but for you it must be your brain is processing. So tell your brain, not my reality. So that your brain won't process it. Don't overload the brain. Family is there, but family needs to build family. So many emotions come out of so many people. That doesn't have to be your emotion. Because sometimes those emotions make you addicted to food. Or you would have taken in a wrong way when that person spoke. And do not take anything personal. Take it as a learning ground. It doesn't have to be my reality. It's that person's reality. Always, what is not your reality, tell your brain, not my reality. It's that person's reality. You safeguard your own energies, safeguard your own being. Foot massage is very important if you have a stubborn system. Foot massage will open up the nerves of the feet, which means opens up the nerves of the system. Even head massage. If you can do hot oil massage and foot massage at the same time, you have actually opened up lots of nerves, which makes resistance little difficult. It makes acceptance easy. All these I have tried and I have seen that it works. Okay, but most important, anything you want urgently to do something, then you need a nervous reset sound frequency, which I will send to Bismi. Next.
Any other questions? That's all I got from you, everyone. So, talking about
Yes.
family, what if your own family doubts you, your ambition, and don't support you? I resonate to
That's
that,
natural.
Asha. Yeah.
That's natural, Asha. Who cares? Keep that aside, keep their thoughts aside, and you build your life. When they not to prove to them, to prove to yourself, you start building your own self. And when you don't care of those doubts will just disappear by itself. Don't give energy to anything that you don't want to be part of your life. Quietly build your ambition. Quietly. That's very important. You don't need anyone's support except your nervous system support. Your nervous system. Take care of your nervous system. Today's whole topic, the inner voice will never be right if the nervous system is not supporting you. That means, what are your inner thoughts? Thoughts become emotion. Emotion becomes a chemical being and it goes into organs. Then the issue starts. So don't get wired till there. Stop the thought. Don't make it go into emotions and create a chemical composition. Don't do that. If you feel they are like that, at the thought you stop it. Then at least you have deleted it there. Simply say, not my reality. And feed that into your system. You can do water therapy. You can take water and think into the water what you want. And then just around the cup, you can say, like you can take the cup and around the cup, you can just do 3 times and say tatatso, means so be it, and then sip the water. It's a good practice to do for 15 days, 21 days for one thought to happen. Now, when a thought starts happening, when one ambition happens, the next will come. You will have the tenacity and you'll have the perseverance for the next. But one has to happen, so that means you have to first work on yourself. For me personally, I never ran for jobs, even the present uh, work as a trainer. I was chosen by people. So keep your aura correct. Now, how do we keep our aura correct? Why is the aura very important to us? According to our aura, we attract people. Okay, so when you're taking a bath, a salt bath, that's why I say end of the day salt bath's important. Just take off the aura this way, from your face, put it out, put it down. At your hips, move your hand like that, like this at the hips. And this way the aura gets cleansed every day, especially in the last bath of the day, which is your night bath. And then you zip, then in the night you can leave your aura on. After the morning shower, you zip your aura. So when you zip your aura, the people around you can't get to you. You should have some good words always in your mind, like, I am enough. The doubt is theirs, not mine. It's their reality, not mine. My ambition, what are my steps? Make one step happen quietly. Don't have to scream about it. You don't need, and again, once again, Asha, it's only your nervous system to support you. So you feed your nervous system opposite to what's in the environment. For that, you need grounding. For that, you need sound frequency. And we can do sound frequency to actually clear all this. The most effective before grounding is sound frequency, but I say grounding will bring some internal, long lasting results. I know a friend of mine and a student of mine who actually cured herself of kidney issues with grounding. 6 months of grounding. Any other questions?
I have a question, Elizabeth. So, I hear a lot as a nurse, and then even when talking to young moms, oh, my child, I think he or she has a ADHD. Oh, I think there's something not right with his brain or her brain. I don't know what it is. Always asking me things, asking me questions, always active, hyperactive. I think there is this trend in Australia. One thing I've seen is, oh,
Yeah.
maybe my child has anxiety, or maybe depression. Oh, I think there's something not right. And straight away, first thing they do is go to GP, get a referral, say there is a problem within themselves because they're overthinking, and then now it's gone out there. Okay, how do I cure this? Because it's in their head. We don't know if the child has
Yes.
anxiety or
That is
depression or
why,
ADHD.
yeah, that's why, Kamala, because of that, we don't ask the parents anything for the child when we're doing the fingerprint. The fingerprint will tell me if there is genetically something and I will switch it out by food. Parents assume it. Even if they are medical doctors or nurses, they assume it. You know why? That's what they think it is.
Yes.
Most of my students whose parents are in the medical field, we ask them, how did you assume it? They said, we just saw that it is same. We said, in which way it is same? The genetic report showed nothing. And then we had to correct the tuning of the mind. Now the children are doing very well. Even adults, they're doing very well. So it's simply your sound. What's your sound? Move it from the beginning, move it out, move it out. Let your sound be good. If the sound is good, the body is good. If your sound has so many doubts, then the nervous system freaks out. It will decide whether it will freeze or whether it is flight. It will decide. There was a student when she entered the elevator every time, she would just collapse. It's because she overloaded her nervous system. Now she's doing well. Stop it. Stop overthinking. What are you going to gain by overthinking? Tell me. Nothing. Now, you want your child to be right, you bless it rightly. You think right about it. You speak right about him or her. Child will be right. What's your narration? What's the energy from your voice? That's what is important. Don't go by mass. Go by your thought to make it right. Take it as a personal journey. I say this, therefore my child is good. I say this, therefore my child can create this life. Have a prayer time for your own child. Pray for each child. Walk with each child. I tell parents, spend time with your son separately, spend time with your daughter separately. This is the biggest treat children want. The parents are not there, and then the child will cook up some story, which I'm seeing of late. Simply, it wants his parent, her or him, mother or father, to be with them. That's all. And the child doesn't know you have to work 12 hours and 14 hours. Cut the crap, please. Stop being so crappy. No, I have to do this, I have to do that. What? You have to do what? That means you are not processed, so you have to spend more time at work. People think when they spend more time at work, it's fruitful. It's not fruitful. Electromagnetic energy after 7 is down. So nothing is fruitful after 7. So think about it. Parents need to read a lot, spend time with individually with the self and with each other, and self time with their children as well. It's a lot of work to have a family, and I don't know how they have time for gossip. I don't know.
No,
To
I think
build up
it's a bit of like I think everywhere, especially here, ADHD is a fashion. So if I say I'm having ADHD and I'm doing something, it's bit of like a attraction thing
no,
for
I feel it
themselves.
is wrong sympathy.
I can't
Don't let
agree
your
more,
sympathy roots.
Bismi. We have adults
No,
talking that
yeah,
I have ADHD.
yeah. No, let's not go there. Sympathy is not going to heal your child, no. Your
Yeah.
proactive blessing and love and care for him, nervous system will wake up.
Mm.
Escapism. Asha, you wrote about escapism. Yeah, escapism
Yeah.
is the best way to hide it, but tomorrow it will come in a bigger way up. So don't escape it, face it.
Yeah.
Face it. Because this escapism would have come from many roots,
Yeah.
not the present root. It have many, many, many things behind it.
Yeah.
All this will come up if you don't have self time.
Mm.
You see, my mother, she was amazing as a mother and as a professional in medical field. But she was always in the kitchen suddenly. When people come, she'll be in the kitchen instead of sitting and talking to them because she wanted to just be away from so much of sound. And she never had time for herself, so she passed away very young. Don't do that. Your nervous system can only take so much. And if you want to take more, you better build the nervous system before you take it to the next level. When I was going through, when I was coming out of I'm not sure, separation, divorce, whatever, when I was on that separation level, I got this job with Qatar Airways and I had to be flying, 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 flying for 2 years. Now, when I was flying, I learned to be myself. With that, I was okay when the divorce happened because I learned 2 years to manage my nervous system. We all have a personal journey of managing our nervous system. However successful we are, we will not be able to see success if our nervous system is not cooperating with us. And this is the 9 multiple intelligence. You need to know where we are. your intrapersonal itself need to be so hooked that nothing outside matters because you have a solution for it. You should have one day where it's only for your matters that you take care. For me, it's on Sunday. And I have actually sat Friday night to Saturday 11 silence. Then Saturday, now because my classes for Ramadan, Ramadan is going to start in this part of the world. So uh, during that time, it's very different in the workspaces. So we do have time. So I do have Saturday during the Ramadan period free. So I will be using a lot of silence and self time. And go by yourself anywhere, please. Please. You're in Australia. I don't know why these things are stopping you. Now, these things are stopping you. Why? Genetically, there is a background. So don't live your grandfather's life, your great grandfather's life, or your grandmother's life, or great grandmother's life. Live your life. When you start living your life, their good legacy also will come up. I can be an example of that. So I started as a journalist and then PR and communications and protocol, etc. More like my dad and aviation. But after 50, I'm more like my mom, medical science and training scientifically, etc. It's a seated thing. And looking at things more consciously, but also looking at myself more consciously. I cannot teach all these students without my consciousness coming to the surface. I need to put myself in each student's shoes. Like that, you need to put yourself in your own shoes before you put yourself in another person's shoes. And I say, stay less inside the shoes because electromagnetic energy will not get cleared. So stay grounded. All of you have parks, everything. It's a beautiful place, Australia. And I want you to take advantage of nature. Sun needs to be your best friend, water your best friend, grounding your best friend, and self time and sound time. Very important. Asha, I hope it is answered.
Great. That's very informative, Elizabeth. I know that I picked up more time from you, but this is useful for us, especially in this busy world. We are like, running, doing all these rat races, but we are forgetting about ourselves and self-love. That's where we putting this pillar as confidence, because if you want to start yourself with confidence and putting your voice out there as a leader, you need to really do that inner narrative yourself. So if you have that in like the your pre-survey, there were some questions like where do you feel you are, what is your current inner narrative, and then what is the trigger points for that, can you feel some genetic relationship towards that, and thinking about and listening with Elizabeth. I would be sending out some post survey questions. That's a worksheet that you can really work on
Yeah,
it.
sure.
And then I'll put that in the chat, but I'll be sending out to the attendees in the email as well. But I really want to, thank this, opportunity from Elizabeth. And she is running online sessions from Dubai to Australia. I'm one of the students for a long time and still looking forward to do my fingerprint test and then see what's my real skill set and then what is actually happening with my genetic. And I can clearly see lots of genetic issues that she used to tell me, but I actually connected with my mom and then confirmed those things happened when I was in her womb. So I totally believe in that system that she is explaining. And to be honest, I actually had a real conversations with my mom and then I would say healed my wound and her wounds. Like many different things happened when I was in her womb, was still connecting and making trouble in her life, which helped us to become a bit more connected, because before I was not that really connected with my mom. So at least now we talk every day, and then I can see where she is coming from, why she feels that. Like, some, as you mentioned, Asha, sometimes she's not accepting what I'm doing, but I can see where it is coming from, and I can accept that. And I don't want to be angry towards her, but I'm accepting with the gratitude, because I know that she did
Yes.
her best at her best level. So if you
Yeah,
want to know
that's
more about, sorry, Elizabeth, yeah, go ahead.
yeah, it's acceptance is a big key.
Hmm.
We are in this world where we can put it under the carpet, but we are the only ones who will suffer if we put things under the carpet. If we put our reality under the carpet, we will suffer. So better
Hmm.
than the suffering to the nervous system, to the body, and to self, accept it, make the changes, and move on.
Correct. Yeah. So we would love to do, like, wonderful like gratitude towards you, because it's a great pleasure. And again, hearing all those things from you, straight from you, Elizabeth, that's powerful, and it is life changing. So I hope everybody liked the sessions and question and answers, and really good questions. I loved it. And the answers actually helped us to know more about it. Kamala, do you want to share what is happening with She Rise in next couple of months?
Yeah.
So this is our pillar 3. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you so much for your time. I'll just go to the next slide. That's our, okay, this is our foundation of empowerment. So it's a definition, it's just more than a location, the benefits and our pledge. So we had a brief discussion about this during our launch. Here we just make sure it is safe for every woman who are here. It's not just for women, it's also for younger adults, like boys or girls. We are more than happy to just make sure we welcome this younger generation with their new ideas and thoughts, how do they think, what do they think, that because they're brilliant and they know where the gaps are, and sometimes they just don't want to speak up because nobody is going to give them an opportunity. They think like, oh, it's an AI world, just stick to that. So nobody's going to hear what we want to say. And this is where we want to make sure we bring them safely and we listen to them. Because hearing and listening, I say again and again, and Bismi has heard this many times, they're two different things. You can hear a lot of things, but then if you're not listening, the active listening is really, really important for somebody to actually act upon it. So, and this is the foundation of She Rise. And our next slide, and that's a joint movement.
Yeah. So
We
if
just
you want to
welcome
really connect
everybody.
with us,
Yeah,
yeah, you
you can
can
talk
connect
about
with
that with me.
us. You
Yeah.
can clearly do mentorship because we are trying to figure out a 6 months mentor program, especially for women and young leaders, youngsters in their industry, and even then just finished the +2. So if you would love to be a mentor or mentee, let us know. We will be planning that soon and then sharing the details. And what the other thing that we are doing is, like, we
Um,
have a podcast called Unmuted, where we put all the stories of single mothers, where Elizabeth shared her story of distant motherhood. And another episode is coming through again with her voice and intelligence session. But we are actually putting up a advertisement to get the stories of single mothers, how they gone through their life, and then what they achieved. And then I know that the world is bit of like awards, but we are actually empowering with the best story in December in-person event. So we will be sharing this note soon. But if you know anybody who are going through this tough time and empowering other people, let us know. We would love to get their story and then put it in the podcast, and then bringing them into the best story award category happening in December. Otherwise, just share around. We will be sending our newsletters, and different programs that's happening. So our next program, do you wanna share
Yep.
that?
Yeah, before we go there, we can just open a question and answer. If anybody has a question, we're more than happy to answer.
I think
Looks like it's
I
time
like
to bed
Janelle
for some
saying that
people.
I took so many notes, Elizabeth. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
So maybe we'll go.
So yeah, our
Thank
next
you.
event is Women's Day, which is on 14th of March. So we would love to welcome all moms and younger adults if they can join us. It's just our first face to face, and it's in Tarnit. I know for some people it's hard, but then you just had to make sure we start somewhere small, and then we welcome our own community, like Wyndham community where we are, like a Western suburb. So we would encourage all women to join us. It's just a lunch event. We're just gonna basically talk about what can we do for our community, what can we do for our younger generation, how can we change. It's just a little impact. We can't change the world, but we can definitely change one person at a time. So yeah, that's the next event. It's on 14th of March. Please do. We have it on Eventbrite. You can register and please do come in. It'll be really lovely to see you all face to face because we know so many are based in Tarnit and Hoppers Crossing. And then, yeah, unfortunately, we can't have people from overseas. If they're here visiting, we welcome them. Please do let your friends know. If they're here in Melbourne, we would love for them to come and join us.
Thank you. So that's what we are going to do. I would love to, share that last word. Audrey's word, I love that. I'm not free while any woman is unfree. So even when her shackles are very different my own. So that's what I'm doing. I know that I would say 90% free from all different things, still trying to be free and unhide, but I know that there are many out there. So that's why we are making this foundation and this moment. So thank you so much for spending your Sunday evening with us. And we will be sending out the post notes and the details. If you want to get that from here, I will be adding that here as well. Otherwise, it's going to finish here. And any last minute questions? Otherwise, we can stop here. What do you think?
Excellent session, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So I'll send you the details in an email, everybody. So thank you so much for joining from the world. Wait,
I don't have a question, but I want to say thank you. Yeah, I just want to say thank you that I've learned to find my path in regards to life, because not every battle is yours.
Yes.
I live close to a river, so I go for a walk. I ignore what people say because not everything is mine. And I've learned to find, I am a Christian, I go to church, and I've now decided, I'm a hairdresser, so I watch everybody here, by the way. I had a space where I used to go and worship and pray, but that space is no longer available. So I've decided now to create my spare room, and I call it the War Room. The War Room is a place where I connect with God, and it's me and him. And that's where I get my strength from. And I know everybody's not a Christian, but however you do it, but I'm just sharing my ideas of how, because I have no family in Australia. All my family's in America and in the Caribbean. And it's very confusing for me here because I didn't come from India. I come from Caribbean, and there's a lot of Caribbean people. So I don't fit in with anybody. I don't belong. And then I look Spanish. And then they don't accept me because I don't speak Spanish. So it's okay.
So if I can add there, Angie, it's this is where we are not taught. Before you were in your mother's womb, the Creator knew you.
Yes.
So how can you go Spanish or anything? No, you can't do that. So this is where we are not taught,
Yeah.
The creator made you in his image with the potential. Now you find that.
Well, I had issue
You
with my parents. My dad had, beat my mom up when she was pregnant with me. So, and my mom actually figured it out on
see,
her
those
own.
things,
Yeah.
those things are
And
real. Let's
yeah,
be
and then when I
real
came
with
here
that.
2 weeks, he said he didn't want me, and I don't belong with him. I look identical to him. But I've come to realize that the creator created me for his purpose.
Yes.
And I live
Yes.
in this
And you can
world.
make the creator your dad.
Yes, he is my
Learn to,
dad.
we need to get things to the short pill,
Yes.
not the
And I just want
long
to
shot.
share that. Yeah, I want to share that my strength and my everything comes from him. And it doesn't matter
Yes.
what people say to me, it doesn't matter because it doesn't bother me because I know
People
who I
don't
am.
matter. No.
Yeah, I know who I
People
am in
don't
him.
matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
See,
yeah, like
unless we come to this reality, who cares?
yes,
Life is
yes, I
hard.
was smiling because yeah, who cares? I like that. But I always say it's not my battle, it's not I'm not interested, and I
It's
walked
not
away.
your battle.
Nope.
Who cares?
No.
The minute we
Yeah.
start to care, it will become too heavy for our nervous system.
Yes. And I like
And
the
we
fact
won't
this
be
group.
doing. Yeah, continue.
Sorry to interrupt. Yeah. Yeah. So I just wanted to share that that's what I do for me, and that's what mentally helps me. I've just recovered from cancer. So, and they always ask me why
Okay,
you
now there,
smiling.
Angie, what is cancer? Can you tell me?
Exactly. And I know exactly what caused the cancer. I know. And
Cancer is
yeah.
simply bitterness.
Yes. Yes.
It's simply unforgiveness. When I was taught sound, I'm taught by a medical doctor on sound frequency, but this medical doctor does sound frequency for healing cancer. She doesn't use she doesn't use the normal medical science. She uses sound. So simply sound.
Yes.
Okay. So simply change your full life into generosity. Be cushioned in grace, be cushioned in abundance of love, abundance of everything. When we are cushioned in abundance, what will happen?
Yeah.
Nothing else can touch us.
Well, I learned
Now,
from that. I've learned from that, and I don't want anyone to go down that road again. I stress
now,
that much.
one small tip which we all can do every day is take warm water in a container, put your feet in it, put some coarse salt, put apple cider vinegar and lemon. Simply it opens the pores but also takes out the crap in us and makes the body alkaline.
So
When the
I
body
started to
is
do that,
alkaline,
believe it or not, and it works.
yeah, yes, it works.
It works,
And
yes.
yes, it works.
And I can't wait to see the girls on Friday because I've started so many different things and I've detox up here.
Yes.
Where none of that. And I don't want another woman go down the path in that direction that I went. No. So I just wanted to share that. But thank you so much. You're amazing.
Thank you.
Gotta talk to you again. You're amazing.
And another drink you can have is warm water with mint.
Oh, never tried that one.
If
but I
this
will.
can be a daily drink, it detoxes the liver. You need liver and kidney for life.
Yes.
Okay, so if you can do that, it will support you. But yes, grounding, beach walk, all that.
Yes.
Very, very
Thank
critical.
you.
Thank you.
That's very powerful, Angie, and so proud of you. You are motivating us and looking forward to do different things with you, Angie. So starting from Friday, yes, we're going for a Zumba.
Very
Yes,
important.
yeah, yeah. So again, Asha, Janelle, and Purnima, and all the people who came and gone, thank you so much. I know that we have gone different areas, and then you picked up the one that you want. But I pick up the word grounding as a post workshop promise to ourselves. And the worksheets that I sent over there will help you to go through that one. Connect with me if you need to really work with any of those items, and connect with Elizabeth. She's happy to have one-on-one sessions with any of us. So that's so grateful that she is there for us to, like, help through the approved systems and not just coaching. I can't really say her things are not coaching. It's more than that. That real training that's happening, the mindset shift. So thank you again, Elizabeth, and so grateful for everything that you are giving to our life. Thank you, Komala, for trusting me and then doing things with me again. And thank you, everyone who joined us, trusting Shirai. So
Thank
we
you,
are
Bismi.
actually going
Thank you,
our
Thank you,
everyone.
Bismi.
Thank you, Angie, Asha,
Thank you.
Elizabeth.
Thank you.
Let's
Bye.
ride
Welcome,
together.
Purnima.
Bye.
Thank you
No,
very
thank
much.
you. Have a wonderful night, guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you very much, Purnima, for staying and supporting your
she
sister
didn't
and
wanted to
myself.
speak. I thought I'll introduce you, and then I think she's busy. She is with her husband, and then I said, "Can you join?" I didn't even tell her that.
Thank you.
It's a
Thank you
really,
so
a
much.
really wonderful session. I was there for 1.5 hours. Yeah. So
Oh,
thanks for everything what you have shared. Yeah,
thank you. Yeah, that's a great support, Purnima, and Abhiya, yeah,
Yeah, my
because
brother-in-law. Yeah.
it is so hard to get support
He was
from.
also interested in joining this session. He just want to explore what and all you people speak in this session.
That's great. Thank you. That's a motivation for us, Kamala.
Yes. No, because with the launch, I think I miscommunicated to her, and then it was too late, and then she was very busy, and then I was like, yeah, okay, next time I'll get her. But then I text her just now. Can you join?
I did to
Always.
my sister-in-law, and nothing happened.
If no, I
Yeah.
really wanted her to hear to Elizabeth because there's so much I heard from you. And
Yeah,
they really like she
she
is so
really
much
helps.
nice
Yeah.
because my
If you do
sister,
one-on-one, yeah,
yeah,
I
no,
love
because
she's having a very good knowledge. See, I attend these kind of sessions. Whatever
Mm,
she's talk, she's like a very good motivator. So
mm,
if you attend the sessions like this in future, yeah, definitely it is
mm.
going to help all of us.
you should go to Dubai because she's amazing. I'm trying to. I will connect with her. We can go to Dubai